Rafa's delivered yet again, and Chelsea fans feel what can only be described as a grudging admiration for the man they've spent half a season calling a fat Spanish waiter. But is there even a hint of embarrassment coming out of Stamford Bridge? Phil?
It was very odd. When he arrived, I really enjoyed that whole... the confusion and the free fall of the sort of 3-week period when he arrived, nothing went his way, and they just became more and more depressed because in that period, of course, Chelsea came to West Ham and were tanked 3-1, which was just beautiful to watch.
It was. They were 1-0 up, weren't they?
Yeah, I don't know that I've laughed so much at a game in an extraordinarily long time.
Chelsea losing is always something to make you laugh.
No, thing of beauty.
It just doesn't happen very often at the moment.
No.
I mean, they have a certain resilience about them. What's going on?
There's a core of players there that very much kind of
they know
keep the thing knitted together. Lampard's got a very solid attitude about him.
Yes.
Very mature young man.
Yes, he is. What do you think, Bob? Rafa? They must be a bit
I think Rafa's laughing all the way through his next job. I watched that game and everyone was, Benfica, because they want to make it exciting.
Benfica are a good team.
Benfica are cutting them apart for these 10 minutes. You know what? They never looked like they were going to beat Chelsea.
You know they have a curse. Do you know about the curse on Benfica?
Who cursed them and why?
I'm not totally sure. It was from the 1960s.
They had a manager,
you know about this?
Eastern European.
They've lost 7 European finals in a row.
Hang on, they've got this Eastern European manager and he wins the European Cup. Remember they beat Real?
Right, 1961 or something,
Cup.
Yes.
And he wins, I think he won another European trophy. He then goes to the board and says, right, there's my contract for next year. That's what I want. I'm going to write a figure on a piece of paper. That's what I want. And they said, fine, OK, but we're just going to take a couple of noughts off that. And they had this negotiation, which finished with him saying, OK, forget it, I'll leave. As he's leaving, says, and by the way, I curse you, you're not going to win another European trophy for 100 years. Slams the door. And
51 years later.
They think, well, that's a decent settlement. We'll go with that. 50 years later, they're sitting there thinking, 7 finals.
But is he dead now? He must be dead, this manager.
Can you... Oh, no.
Can you lift the curse?
What? Can you lift it?
Well, it's a bit like the Ayatollah. It's a bit like the Ayatollah.
What football programme is this?
If you get to a European final and you find you're up against Benfica,
you've won.
You sorted.
You've won.
Yeah. Is Hearn watching this going, I know how to sort West Ham? Beryl, you've got a couple of chickens out there, sweetheart.
Sacrifice a couple of chickens.